I'm stuck in a tricky situation and I need some advice. My mom, who's 45, has chosen to wear a mostly white dress to my engagement party tomorrow. Yes, you read that right, my engagement party. My beautiful fiance, who's 21, is going to be there. And I know she's going to be taken aback by my mom's outfit. I'm 23, and I feel like I'm caught in the middle, trying to navigate this awkward family dynamic. I want to address my mom about her choice, but I'm not sure how to approach the situation without making things worse. At the same time, I need to consider my fiance's feelings and make sure she feels respected and loved on our special day. How do I handle this delicate situation? My mom's behavior towards my fiance has always been a bit of a concern for me. Despite our 6-year relationship, I feel like she's never fully welcomed my fiance into our family. It's not like she's openly hostile or anything, but there's just a sense of distance and detachment. My dad, on the other hand, has always been pretty neutral, which is typical of him. He tends to avoid conflict and doesn't like to rock the boat. As for my mom, I don't think she's ever intentionally tried to be hurtful or malicious towards my fiance. But there have been times when she's been thoughtless or exclusionary. I've talked to her about it before, and things seem to get better for a while, but then the same patterns start to emerge again. It's frustrating, because I want my mom to love and accept my fiance the way I do. I want us to be a united family, but it feels like there's always this underlying tension. Tomorrow's engagement party is supposed to be a celebration of our love and commitment to each other, but now I'm worried it's going to be a disaster. My mom offered to plan and host the party, and we agreed, thinking it would be a nice gesture. But now I'm regretting it. When she asked what we were wearing, I tried to drop a hint to avoid any potential issues. I told her I didn't know what I'd be wearing, but my fiance would be wearing a white dress, because, well, that's what brides wear, right? I thought that would be enough to give my mom the hint to choose a different color. But nope. I saw a picture of her dress, and it's mostly white, like 70% white. I'm shocked and frustrated. I feel like I explicitly hinted for her to avoid this exact situation, but she went ahead and did it anyway. Now I'm worried about how my fiance will react when she sees my mom's dress. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid, my mom becoming the center of attention and causing tension on our special day. My fiance is convinced that my mom's choice of dress was a deliberate attempt to upstage her, and honestly, I wouldn't put it past my mom. She's always had a controlling and self-centered streak, and this seems like exactly the kind of thing she would do. But I don't want to assume the worst about her without being sure. I've told my fiance we should just ignore the whole thing during the party and deal with it later, because I know my mom loves to stir up drama, and I refuse to give her the satisfaction. But at the same time, this can't just be swept under the rug. I need to address it somehow. That's why I'm thinking of talking to my dad about it. He's always been the voice of reason in our family, and I trust his judgment. He's also been my mentor and role model, and I respect his opinion. I know my mom asked him about the party plans because I know she asked my grandmother too. So I'm hoping he might have some insight into what's going on with my mom and how I should handle it. I don't disagree with my fiance. My mom's choice of dress is inappropriate, but I'm stuck on how to handle the situation. If I confront my mom directly, I know she'll get defensive and probably end up blaming my fiance, which will only make things worse. On the other hand, if I go to my dad for advice, he might just tell me to brush it off and ignore it, which won't sit well with my fiance. She'll feel like I'm not standing up for her. My goal is to help my mom and fiance develop a good relationship, but so far, it seems like they're just petty towards each other for no reason. My mom always plays the victim card, but in reality, I'm the one who ends up getting hurt in the middle. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, trying to navigate their drama without making it worse. I wish they could just get along and respect each other, but it seems like that's too much to ask right now. I'm struggling to find the right approach to address this situation without coming across as accusatory, while still being defensive of my fiance. I want to make it clear that we deserve respect and aren't getting it, without placing blame or starting a fight. I feel like I'm being pulled in two directions. I want to stand up for my fiance and our relationship, but I also don't want to create more tension with my mom. I wish there was a way to have an open and honest conversation about this without it turning into a confrontation. I just want my mom to understand that her actions are affecting us and our relationship, and that we deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. I hope I can find a way to navigate this situation that strengthens our relationship rather than damaging it further. update, I wanted to provide some context to those who are curious about our situation. My fiance and I are both established in our careers. I work as a broadcast engineer, and she's a dedicated RN. Together, we have a comfortable income of around $150,000 per year. We've been together for 6 years, so we're not rushing into marriage without being emotionally and financially ready. My fiance has always been a part of our family events and has won over my extended family with her kindness and warmth. In fact, they all adore her. On the other hand, my fiance's family has also welcomed me with open arms. Even her judgmental uncle, who initially swore he'd never approve of me, has changed his tune after we bonded over a game of golf. It's ironic that everyone in both families loves and accepts us, except for my own mother. Despite all the positives, she still refuses to accept my fiance, and it's causing tension in our relationship.
Story 2.
I've been honest with everyone I know about my mental health struggles, telling them I'm not doing okay. But it feels like nobody is taking me seriously. I'm getting frustrated and worried. What can I do to get the support I need? I'm a 34-year-old woman living with 2 types of vasculitis, an autoimmune disease that's taken over my life. I'm stuck in bed 90% of the time and need a cane to walk. I'm too sick to work, which has plunged me into depression. All I do is cry, feeling hopeless and lost. I'm still waiting for disability benefits to be approved, so I'm broke, literally penniless. I'm on the verge of homelessness, grieving the person I used to be. I feel like I've lost my purpose in life since I can't work or do the things I loved. Even standing for 15 minutes is a struggle. I'm at my breaking point. I've reached out to everyone in my life, friends, family, my doctor, and local mental health services, and told them I'm not okay. But nobody seems to be taking me seriously. I've even told my parents, and all they said was to try not to be sad. That was it. No help. No support. I confided in my boyfriend, 35, and he didn't even respond. I thanked him for the talk, and he said he didn't know what to say or do. That was it. No effort to understand or help. I feel like I've tried everything, and I'm still falling apart. What can I do when nobody seems to care? I've even posted on Facebook, asking people to come talk to me, but nobody has responded. I've told countless people that my mental health is deteriorating, but it feels like nobody is listening. To make matters worse, I've lost all my close friends since becoming sick. When you're stuck with an invisible illness and constantly ill, so-called friends just stop reaching out. My doctor told me to call the local mental health center, which I did. But living in a small town means there's only one place to go, and it feels like they're not helping either. I finally went through the intake process, thinking it would lead to help, but it's been 6 long weeks and I haven't heard back. I called them, desperate for answers, and they told me it could take another 2 to 3 months. I'm overwhelmed with sadness, hyperventilating and crying uncontrollably. And worst-case scenarios are running through my mind. I feel like I'm drowning in hopelessness. I've tried everything to cope: journaling, listening to music, creating art, and doing chair exercises when my body allows it. But despite my efforts, the tears just keep falling. And I'm not feeling any better. I'm still not okay. I'm grateful for the support you've shared, but I'm still searching for a lifeline to cling to.